So I'm Stephen Beckton, Stevenbecton.
And where are you from?
I'm from Memphis, Tennessee.
And what is your major at the university?
I'm currently a psychology major on the pre-med track.
Okay. You have a minor yet?
No, sir. Well, I will be minoring in CBH, which is computer-based honors. So that'll be my
What's your
minor.
specialty in CBH?
What do you mean by specialty?
Like, what area do you think you're really good at? Is it programming? Is it
Well, for
data
me,
technologies?
what attracted me to CBH is the research opportunities. So, of course, the first year you have to go through the whole, learning programming languages. So we learned C++ and Fortran. I really like Fortran a little better than C++ though. But I'm really looking forward to when we get into the research aspects, and that'll start next semester.
What will be beyond your research project and what the most powerful?
Well, I'm very interested in the brain and neurology. That's what I hope to go into as a career. So I've been in discussion with a couple of professors, just trying to figure out, what specifically I can do. But I do know that I want to go into something with neurology.
Okay. Tell me about your project down here in Marion.
So myself and my friend Cortland, we are conducting a sort of African American history and culture curriculum to Miss Robbins' 8th grade class. And so our goals of this project would be to first break down the stigmas and stereotypes about what it means to be black, what it means to be a black child, and then giving them something to emulate by showing them their African heritage, and then moving on to some of the lesser known figures during civil rights and then Reconstruction period. And then, of course, ourselves are going to act as role models for them to emulate. So breaking down the stigmas, then giving them something to emulate.
What are some of the stigmas that you're having to work on?
Well, we actually gave them an opportunity to identify those themselves the first day, and so some of the things that came out was lazy, unmotivated, apathetic, and then you had, of course, violent, drug abuse. So, I mean, they run the gamut. There's a huge range of different things that came out, but the kids really identified these stigmas themselves that what they wanted to break down. So.
How are they responding to this idea of you working with them? You just met them a few days ago. So
Right. I would say, in my opinion, that they've been extremely responsive. Today, we just had one of the best classes we've had right before you came.
yeah.
And the kids, we were discussing Willie Lynch. I don't know if you're familiar with Willie Lynch. He's basically the mastermind behind slavery in America and some of the aspects of it. And we were reading some of his research, I guess you would call it, and kids were appalled. They really got into it emotionally, psychologically. I think they were extremely touched by it, and they were captivated, I would say. So,
How does this change your experience at the university doing this program, being a fellow?
I think that being a fellow and doing this program specifically has sort of called me up and reminded me of my obligation and responsibility to continue this breakdown of the stigmas and the stereotypes by myself emulating what I should be as a black male, an educated black male, one who can articulate himself, one who is active in the university community and in the honors college. So it's definitely reminded me of that and been some positive reinforcement and even some conviction for me to step up. So.
I'm going to ask you to say that answer one more time and just say it all the way through something positive. That's okay.
Okay.
It's a good answer. I want to use it, but rather you kind of pause, you were thinking about what you want to say.
Mm-hmm.
Just say it one more time.
So doing this project and being involved with fellows as a whole has called me up to be more responsible in my obligation as a black male to show the world that we're not lazy, we're not apathetic, we're not uneducated, and show myself as an educated, articulate black male that's involved in the university community and the honors college.
Okay. Anything else you want to add?
No, sir. That's.
Okay. We got your email. We're going to be staying in touch with you.
Okay.
All right. Next. I'm going to have you stand down on that end in front of the bookshelf.